Thank you. These comments keep coming, and it seems almost impossible not to deal with them. Valerie Charles Irving says, one questions why is Rose Hanbury's son the one who is holding the train of Charles? Where are Kate's children? Where is Kate? Well, you may well ask. But Rose Hanbury is surely a respected member of the wider court, and her son has every right to be invited to support the train of the king during these big ceremonies. I don't want to get into the business of conspiracy theories or of he says this, she says that, and Murad Morali is, of course, so much better at doing that than anything I could do. And if that's what rocks your boat, then I recommend his channel. But I'm not going to endorse the sort of speculation and the sort of concerns and tittle-tattle that are promoted. We may think things. It's often better not to open our mouths and not to say anything. And there is precious little evidence. There's simply the conjecture about the colours of clothes that people are wearing, and reading into things that may actually be perfectly innocent. I think that's probably all I can say about that. But Smooth Jock says, I remember the wonderful line from the prime of Miss Jean Brodie. And this is a spectacular film with Maggie Smith, one of her first big films. And she redid the voice, really, for her part as Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter series. Education from educare to draw out. I'm in the business of putting old heads on young shoulders. I'm in my prime, and all this sort of stuff. It's very good, and although Miss Jean Brodie does come out with some very valuable things in the concept of education, and Muriel Sparks' understanding of it, one's got to remember that she is fundamentally a monster as well. And she's right that education does come from educare. In her case, you've got to remember that part of the book is about her reverence for Il Duce. Mussolini is dragging his country out of the third world, or whatever it is. and her misplaced loyalties, and the inspiration that she gives to her girls. But it's as I say, she's partly right. Education is about leading out from to lead. But education is also about putting in, and you can't lead out if nothing has been put in. So first of all, the job of a teacher, I think the job of a teacher is threefold. To inspire is the first job. To educate, to lead out, is the second job. And to monitor is the third job, and that would involve marking and evaluating. But the first job is the one that is so often missed and is so often replaced by the idea that we should impose. I don't think we should impose, I think we should inspire. And today, in today's world, there are many other sources of information. We don't need to be the source of information as a teacher, but we do need to be the source of inspiration. And that may involve some information, but mostly it involves showing by example. So if we don't know a word, we don't need to We don't need to pretend that our knowledge is greater than anybody else's. It isn't. But we do have access to knowledge. It's called a dictionary, and so on. And by demonstrating these tricks of the trade, these and this reverence for the knowledge of the past, we should be able to inspire future generations. So inspire, educate, and monitor. That's the job of a teacher. And I'm so sorry that Trevor thinks I'm having a bad hair day. No, it's nothing new today. It's a bad hair day every day. And for a short while, I did find the most wonderfully efficacious shampoo. And now it no longer seems to be made. And I've had to go back to other forms. The problem with wearing a hat is it really does have an impact on one's hair. And I have a habit, I'm afraid, of driving my hands through my hair when I can't think of what I'm going to do. And it's something I can manage to restrain myself from doing while I'm doing broadcasts, for the most part. I can't always restrain the ers and the ums, but I can restrain my hands a little. And yes, it does mean I think Boris copied me, by the way. It's not the other way round.